Hello, good morning. I want to give a brief review of my latest video, which was a remix of the Logic Only Zone's one of his tea videos, and this was featuring peppermint tea, and it's called it's called Disturbing Peppermint, right? So anyway, so the review, I put it in the community post for anyone who wants to see it. So Mickey Farley, John Michael Ansevin, the the bag boy from Ohio, he made a review of that video of Disturbing Peppermint. And this was one of his better reviews, I think, probably his best review ever. And I wasn't expecting a review so soon because this video that I made, it's just a series of jokes. It's a running joke, a meme that I made for the Logic Only Zone. And I was just poking fun at him for making tea reviews. And his tea reviews were very good. But I wanted to see if I could make it into like a horror movie, give it a horror movie effect, or make it creepy, right? And this was just a joke we had going between us. So anyway, in the review, Mickey starts out, he used a filter on his face, so you can barely see his face, and he's, he's got the opacity set so that he's kind of like a phantom image over his screen, right, where he's reading, or actually reading the controls that he has, plus he's showing my video, right? Or I should say mine and Logic's video, right? So so he starts off hitting hard, talking about the strobe light that I have, and that I'm inconsiderate because I use a strobe on my video. And he says that Robert Wallace watches my videos. I don't think he does. And we did have that discussion before about the strobe lights and the strobes on it, but I don't think Robert Wallace watches my channel anymore because his channel was taken down from YouTube. I haven't seen him say anything in a long time on YouTube, Rumble, or any other network. And I wasn't really worried that him or his son was watching the video, but now that Mickey Farley had brought up the point of the strobe and that the strobe might give people seizures, I did put a warning on it since then. So good point. And yeah, I didn't really put that much thought into it because when I make videos, I make them for myself for the most part. And if I like it, I'll post it. And I just hope that other people like it or see what I see in it. And sometimes I do poll videos if there's complaints or there's something that I agree with that I think's wrong or that I just don't like it or I change my mind on it, right? So it is always a work in progress. It's always just me kind of fiddling around. I did use a program that where I did put it in 720. It's not a big deal. YouTube kind of prefers that on the settings when I send stuff in. If I did this for a living and I made videos all day, all the time, I would use higher settings and stuff like that, and then put up with the longer download times, upload times, all that. Okay, so the music, yeah, the music is mine. It's not much. It's just meant to be a creepy horror kind of music. Mickey Farley points out that, or he suggests that I had stolen the music. No, that's 100% mine off my synthesizers. And the visuals are meant to be obscured, right? They're meant to be blurry. That's what I was going for. So that was kind of missed on Mickey. He thought that everything should be legible and readable on the little sayings that are on the tea bags. And I did not think that they should be. I thought they should be obscured and that it should leave a lot to the imagination. And this is an artistic difference between me and Mickey. The way Mickey would do it, he would do it more analytically and want to show you exactly what every tea bag shows, how it was made, where it was made, when it was made, how long it took to grow the tea and to process it and to make the paper and print the sayings on the paper and all that. And no, this was just a style difference between himself and me. And I just do it like I'm just going for a very abstract, kind of creepy feel on a tea video. And the Logic Only Zone had made that video, the one that I had taken the source material from for the visuals, had made that, from my understanding, for the same point, to just make a creepy kind of comedy video from the tea. So that's an artistic difference between Mickey and myself. I know Mickey's a big film expert and all this other stuff, so we're going to disagree on some of that, on the artistic nuances of it. But he would go for a different thing than I would go for, right? Because if Mickey were to make the video, he'd want to show you how smart he is and how he knows so much about tea. And I'm just doing it to get an ambient feel, right? A creepy feel around something that's not creepy, right? And that makes it absurd and abstract, right? And that's what I was going for. Okay, so I noticed that Mickey's drinking again. He was drinking during the course of the video. I don't know how many beers he had before that. The video wasn't up very long before he did a review on it. So he must have had a slow day. Maybe there wasn't a lot of things to be bagged at the grocery store or whatever. Maybe he was just sitting around. He doesn't know what to do because Alicia kicked him out of her streams. And because Cringe don't want to talk to him anymore. So he found some free time and he made a video of it, of my video. Review of my video. That was a group effort with me and Logic. Okay, so he was drinking, and I noticed that he's drinking. He's using the filter. I don't know if he got tweezers yet to pull that 4-inch ear hair out of the side of his face, but definitely he took my advice on the filters. And so you see that he's doing a better job because of my advice, because he took my advice. And that's great because I like to help when I can. So anyway, with the strobe thing, yeah, I don't think there's any big worry there, but I did put since then I did put a warning on it. So I took his advice on that. So see, this is a group effort here. This is a dynamic going. This is synergy in action. So, and I should mention that the reason Robert Wallace isn't seeing my videos and he's not watching it is because Mickey Farley had flagged his channel. And after he had flagged his channel down, after repeated attempts, when he finally got Robert Wallace's channel taken down, he started posting Robert Wallace's videos on his. So now, this is a flaw with YouTube, I think, is the idea that you can flag a video for being against their terms of service or whatever reason, and then the same person that flags them can steal your stuff and post it on there on YouTube after they've gotten you kicked off. And that's what Mickey Farley did, which is very manipulative, very creepy, very unethical, but that's how he does things. And he did this with Forever Wolf Films too. And the thing is that if you really think her videos are that dangerous, or they're that bad, or they violate terms of service, it's not right to have that channel flagged down. It's not ethically right to have that channel flagged down and then repost like 3 or 4, 5 of their videos, make a playlist with their videos after you flag them down, because then you're guilty of doing the same thing, right? Only you're not the one coming up with the original idea. You're just stealing somebody's idea after you've kicked them off, right? And that to me is unethical. Okay, so now let's see if are there any points I left out here. Okay, so then he goes to another video of mine that he's reviewing for a second or whatever, and he says I used some stock footage. Yes, I did. I used some free stock footage from a service that I'm signed up with, and that was a footage of the cave, and a lot of the sounds were remixes that I did off of a variety of sounds. They were samples, right? So you could say that I didn't totally create those sounds, that they are derivative. I think all music is derivative. Most things are derivative. But what I did was I used some strange combinations of those, right? So the originality of it is in the way that I combined it. Okay, that's what that is. And I'm not doing it to try to look smart or pretentious or whatever. I'm just going for a feel, an ambient feel on it. And it is an experimental thing. But anyway, so I thought Mickey's review was, like I said, I think it's one of his best ones, probably the best one. He didn't break down. He didn't have a total nervous breakdown in the middle of the video and start going off about cringe and start going off about how people abuse him or going off about amendum. And he didn't talk about his ma diddling him when he was little and all this other stuff. So I think that's great. I think that shows some improvement. So so good. I posted the review if anybody wants to see it and check it out. And I will try to put more warnings for the strobes and stuff like that. But I want everyone to understand that generally I don't put warnings on that, and I don't think to put warnings on that because I assume that whoever's watching is knows that I do strange things like that on videos, and that is part of my style. So so yeah, but when I can think of it, when I have time to think of it, when it comes to my mind or whatever, if I think there's any type of real risk or whatever, I will put a warning. But if I don't, it's on you to check out what you're watching, and it's not like I'm putting nudity on it or anything like that. It's not like I'm putting ketchup on myself and doing weird things or whatever. It's just a strobe. And the opacity on the strobe was set for less than 50%. So now when I uploaded it, for some reason, it seemed a little bit stronger than what it was on my original piece. I haven't figured that out yet. So maybe there's another filtering step that I should go through on the next one before I do that, before I make another one like that. But that's something I have to work out. So anyway, so Mickey, maybe try to do the review with the filter. Use the filters like I told you. You should probably use the electronic voice to replace your own voice. And you maybe try, stay on point. Don't get distracted. Just stay on it and give your honest opinion, your style opinion on the videos in it. And that should work for you. And you should make them shorter too, because I think you made a pretty long review for a really short video, in my opinion, but that's a style choice. So anyway, I guess good job on it. So everybody rock on. Have a good day.